I've been doing performance marketing for 12 years now, and that makes me fairly expensive. But all my clients don't mind to pay top dollar because most of them are worried. They reach to me only when something is broken with their existing agency or in-house team, or something is not working for them. One of the most common reason is because their CAC is increasing, cost per acquisition is increasing, their cost per lead is increasing. They're doing everything right. They're doing everything they could, but still their ROAS is decreasing, and they seem to have no control over it, and they want to know what's causing this and how can they fix it. And in this video, I'm going to tell you what is the most common solution that works with a lot of such clients, and I'm going to just tell you what needs to be done. Marketing position of a company, you can compare it directly with human health. Now, a lot of people who nowadays do hustle all the time, and they sacrifice their relationships, they sacrifice their time, their mental and body health, they sacrifice what kind of food they eat, what kind of habits they have. And in all such cases, sooner or later, they shut down. They have a huge problem with their health or their relationships, and they then realize that this is not sustainable. Talk to anyone who has done a lot of hustle, not the ones who just start after watching those kind of videos, but old timers. All of them realize that this is not sustainable and they have given up on it. And this is exactly what's happening with most of the brands, medium and small. This is exactly what they do. They put all their efforts into direct response marketing, and then their focus is just ROAS, cost per leads, CPM, CPCs, conversion rates. And suddenly they realize that this is not sustainable because this big machine, this algorithm and the meta ads and Google ads, this keeps demanding more and more money. And suddenly these marketers realize that this is not sustainable because the competition is increasing, because we're not able to do all that is trending in terms of creative or whatever. So even to keep up with the levels we used to have, we just need to spend more money. And there's just one. You just are left with just one option: spend more money. And that's exactly when they come to me, when most of them come to me. And when I tell them the solution and what's been happening, all of them are shocked, because I tell them that there's nothing wrong with what you're doing now, but it's all has to do with what you have been doing before for years and years, because they have been stuck in something called performance marketing trap. How they used to treat and what they used to think about performance marketing is that it's a machine, it's a simple transaction. We just pay money, we get leads, we get business, we get sales, we get whatever they want. And it's a very dangerous situation to be in, because if you stop feeding money to these platforms, ad spends to these platforms, all your leads are gone. You're back to zero. Their version of performance marketing is like running on a treadmill. The moment you stop, you haven't moved. You're at exactly the same place. And then they tell me, okay, we understand the problem. Well, what's the solution? And when I tell them the solution, they again are not satisfied. When I tell them, yes, there is a simple solution, and they ask, okay, what is it? And I say, branding. Your performance marketing is expensive because you have been ignoring branding. And here is where they get confused again. It's not just clients. You go to any performance marketer today, 70%, and you ask them, what is branding? I guarantee you more than 70% performance marketers or clients would be like, branding is YouTube mastheads. Branding is connected TV campaigns, high frequency, high reach campaigns with a lot of money, with high production quality and high production value videos. And I go like, no, it's not. You're confusing awareness and branding. Awareness is a very different thing than branding. They are very different things. And branding is so misunderstood. Awareness is how many people have heard about you, how many people were exposed to your campaign. But branding is basically how many people kind of trust you, for the lack of better word. And when people trust you, they automatically buy from you. Your click-through rates improve, your conversion rates improve, your ROAS improves, all of these metrics improves. As far as there is an audience who trusts you. If you have a strong branding, even if your ad copy is not perfect, it still works. Your conversions go up. And with all this, when I tell them branding, they're like, no, we don't have millions to spend. But actually, for branding, you don't need millions to spend. Branding is something you completely control. And it's not that everyone in your country needs to know about your brand, but whatever person comes in contact with your brand, they need to have that branding impact on them, which you decide what it has to be. And if you ask me, from my experience, I'm not just saying this hypothetically, I have seen all of this in action. The most important thing for branding is not millions. You don't need millions, but you need a story. That's for sure. What I mean by story is all you need is to decide on what your brand stands for, whether it's a personal brand, it's associated with a person, or it's a company, it's a logo, it's a name, company name. All you need to decide is, what do you want people to remember you for? What do you want them to think about you? What story do they want to associate with you? In the next part of the video, you will see that how we could use email automation and marketing as a very strong tool to basically achieve branding. And that's why I want to take a minute and basically talk about my best recommendation about email marketing and automation tool, which is Omnisend. I've been using Omnisend for a few years now, and I recommend it to all my clients who are starting with email automation or looking to migrate for the best solution for email automation. The thing I like, and you definitely are going to love about this tool, is that it's quite intuitive and user-friendly. And advertisers who use Omnisend have reported to make a ROAS of 6,800% on average, and thanks to the ton of automations and templates which are ready to use within the platform. Omnisend connects to all major e-commerce platforms with just a single click. And if you want to migrate to Omnisend, they have live support available 24/7 to make the migration process a breeze. For customers that qualify for a customer success manager, personal onboarding and dedicated migration support are also available. The best part is that you'll get a complete free trial until you have 250 paying customers if you register using the link in the description below. And also you'll get 30% off if you want to go with a paid plan directly for the first 3 months. So back to our video. And all you then need to do is basically reinforce the same message and story across all the touch points with your customer, whether it's your website, whether it's your ad, whether it's the first point of contact with your customer care, or whether it's when you ship the product to them, how's the packing, what goes inside, is there a message there? So all of this, you just need to reinforce that again and again and again until these people remember, get familiar, and start associating themselves with your brand. So if you're a small or medium brand, okay, always this looks nice in theory and hypothetically, but how does it work? What's the action? See, there are various methods I advise clients with small marketing budgets to employ. Now, and they're very effective, right? The first one is, let's say, email automation. As simple as that. All you need is an email automation tool. And what you can do is use some creativity to create a journey of email automation. So for example, when somebody registers on your website, send them an email, send them a sequence of email, which you just have to set once. Tell them about your brand story. Tell them about what you stand for. Tell them about what other people talk about you on online forums, on testimonials, or whatever. Just make them familiar. Use creativity. Don't just sell. Use creativity. Just send them emails which is worth their time. If they open your email, all you have to make sure is it's worth their time. There's some information, education, inspiration, anything in there that is worth their time, and then they'll start associating with you. Even if you just have hundreds of people in your newsletter and you just engage them, you have those for lifetime. And trust me, the real profit comes from retainers, not just acquiring new customers. I mean, this is my experience from last 8 years working with different kind of brands. And you don't have to stop here. If somebody fills a lead form on your website, or they purchase a product, send them, set up sequences, hire a person, set up sequences. Tell them, you fill this lead form, here's a brochure. You might have forgotten to download. You purchase this product. Here are some videos that will help you how to use this. What are the different use cases? If you face any issues, here is just a one pager. Here is the phone number you have to reach out to. Here's the email of the support. All of this. You can use email in numerous ways, trust me. And this is how you basically create a brand. Branding is not awareness. To give you an example, right now it's been, I think, 2 years. I do all my stock. My stock broker is IG Forex, let's say. And I receive a newsletter from them every day. And it's become a part of my day now. Every day I just open the email. I find the most important information that I want in 5 minutes. Before, it used to take me a lot of time. And I used to feel lazy about it. Now with all this, I feel so much associated with them. And that's branding. That's branding. The first thing, if my friend asks me today, where shall I want to buy stocks, I'll go to IG. And even when it comes to stockbroking, I used to work with another company called eToro. They used to send me gifts on my birthdays. And they used to send me happy birthday emails, and very nice emails, like they felt personalized. And I'll tell, go to IG, go to eToro. This is what branding is. The second tool is social media, though it needs a lot of more work to make sure that you're reaching to your audience and all. But social media, I see decent brands who used to have amazing marketing. They nowadays just chase, and their objective is just going viral, and they lose that touch with basically their audience. To be honest with you, I have so many examples. I mean, if you're a small advertiser, if you have a decent following, use social media to reinforce your branding message, associate people with your brand. And then performance marketers these days feel like, okay, my job is to make sure that the creative has the best CTR, then we have the best conversion rates on landing pages and all, and my job is done. No, I mean, we are in an era where we have to go back to the fundamentals of marketing. Even your scope is to understand when somebody fills a lead form, let's say you're a real estate business, what fields did you put in the form? When the sales guy calls this person, how does he make him feel? Is he like, hi, you have filled a lead form on this, I'm calling you from this company, can you tell me what you're looking for? Or is it, hi Rabit, I see you want to buy a 2-bedroom house in Dubai, and it's your first house, so can you tell me, you have filled that you need the place in downtown. Is downtown selected, or do you need my help to first decide if there might be better options for you? Or do you want me to directly, have you already decided? And you have to understand today's performance marketing scenario. This person who filled a lead form on your website, he probably filled on 3 other websites as well. And the first interaction, the first call that goes out from the sales guy or the WhatsApp is going to make a huge difference. This guy is like, okay, no, I remember this guy. This person called me from this company. It's a different experience. Let me go ahead with him anyways. I have to buy it from any of the agents. Doesn't make difference. I have to pay the same agency fees. So this is what will make a difference. This will improve your conversion rates, and this will reinforce the message about your brand. This is what I call branding. And one more example, like 99% of remarketing ads are either exactly the same, what went in the prospecting campaign, or there's an offer. Initially, we used to say, let's personalize remarketing ads. And then we decided somehow that the personalization we're talking about is that, oh, you were in a rush. Let me give you this coupon. It'll get you 10% off. That's important as well. That works. But again, remarketing budgets, how much traffic do small advertisers and medium advertisers have on their page? 2,000, 10,000 people a day. How much would you spend just to show a remarketing ads to these 10,000 people every day? Maybe a few dollars, and provide some information which is not salesy. Just talk about your brand, give them some kind of information. There's numerous ways you can do that, and this is branding. So you build on branding. You don't have to just have millions and spread your message. That's awareness. You build on branding slowly, so that when you do it for 2 years, 3 years, your reliance on direct marketing response and this machine where you have to just feed money reduces. It reduces with time, and that is sustainable marketing. The only way to rely less on direct marketing response and reduce your reliance is branding. This is the most effective tool, to be honest. And you will see the magic of branding. The only problem with branding is it works slow. So if there's one thing I want you to take away with this video, that's branding and performance marketing are not opposite. Branding is what will make your performance marketing profitable. And as the old marketers used to say, direct response marketing is why somebody would listen to your proposal of going on a date. But branding is what will make them say yes. That's all for this video. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.